Thank you for the opportunity given to me to share my own story. The story I want to share has something to do with what happened here today. Actually, before I have an opportunity to come for ISFIT, I've toured some countries along the West African coast, and I discovered a lot of heartbreaking issues. You know, things happening in Francophone Africa. And I wrote an essay that I'll be presenting in my book, Global Health and the Psyche of the African Youth. But then let me link it with what happened today. When I stood here at the door, I was told I needed to remove my jacket and keep it inside before I walk in. And you know, coming from the sunshine of Africa, and then suddenly being told to walk in here with only my t-shirt, it was difficult. But then I still walked in and I sat down. And when I sat down, one of the officials, in fact, I don't even know her name. If I see her now, I may not really recognize her face because all the whites look the same to us. She asked me, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yes, I'm all right." She said, I'm a bit cold. You know, she removed this from her body and she gave me. I'm an African, and I'm in touch with my roots. I know my history. And I know what it means for a white to remove her own cardigan, and I know after today she's still going to use it. This means so much to me. His Royal Highness talks about a woman in South Africa that is his model when it comes to leadership. I was really touched. And I said, that is how we restore the dignity of humanity. Because, anyway, this is not enough for me to present my essay. When I'm given the opportunity in my book, I will say it. There can be no peace, there can be nothing until the dignity of humanity is restored. And that is how we do it. Thank you.
My name is Bafana, and I'm from South Africa. I'd like to share a very personal story that I'm not proud of, but I think what's important is the lesson that I've learned. In South Africa, you have what you call a jobless growth, where a few prosper and others don't. Personally, I might be coming from a background that might be considered privileged. And as a result, I was very intolerant of poor people. To be honest, they just irritated the hell out of me. And I mean, even on the streets, I just felt they were littering the whole place. Why don't they go out and get jobs and work? So I mean, even I would treat my own dogs better than I treat a human being. It was a very serious issue for me because I felt that in order for a country to prosper, people have to work very, very hard. I was actually even able to pin down how poor people actually can drain an economy and bring it down. But after some time, I had a serious enlightenment realization that if there is one thing one could use as a reason to treat people with dignity is the fact that we are all human. It's something that we sort of overlook. Sometimes we ignore other people's feelings or how they feel or what kind of social background they have. So it's very important for me to acknowledge that as much as we all have different ambitions, we all born in different classes, we all are very unequal, but we are all still human. And it's very important for us to recognize that each and every human being deserves respect. And that was very important for me, and it really transformed my attitude towards people. So I would like to, the point being that it's very important that as people, it's no secret that we are unequal, but everybody does deserve respect because we are all human. Thank you.
Every individual, especially from African country, aim to study abroad. So when I got the opportunity to study in Ukraine, it was a good opportunity for me. I thought I was coming to study. I'm doing my master's in pharmacy, will be finishing in June. But the first time I stepped in Ukraine, for 3 months, I had not unpacked my luggage because I said I was going back. It was so unfriendly. Excuse me if there is anybody from Russia or Ukraine here. Things are getting better now. Yeah, it's very true. And to top it all, you have to learn the language before you can fit into the system. I'll make my story short. One time I was walking along the road and a woman was wheeling her daughter and the husband was beside her. The child was so young, less than a year. Immediately I passed by them, the woman told that small child, Smotlit Abizan, meaning look at the monkey. I turned, normally they don't know most of the foreigners speak their language. So I turned and I asked her in her own language, what did you say? Then the woman started shivering. So the husband called me to come and talk about it. I said, it's okay. I just turned and then went away. Now, tolerating any other person, irrespective of language, color, or race, is one of the best dignity the human race can have. And from this point, I would like to ask the organizer, the Global Dignity. I'm going home this year, and I'll ask him to kindly give me the direction as to how to establish the Global Dignity in my country, and to help establish the fundamentals that will keep the whole nation and the world at large into a cultural peace where there will be no boundaries, irrespective of color and then race. Thank you very much.